You know, today we're looking at some pretty decent weather here on the First Coast. It is going to be warm through this afternoon, but if you look just offshore, we are still monitoring this area here. Now, none of the convection, actually this area just down towards the south could develop as we go ahead later on to this week. And I know the National Hurricane Center says a low chance of development, but keep in mind, even if we do see a named storm system here, this is really going to amount to more or less a nor'easter for us here on the First Coast. Could be a subtropical storm, but we're going to have those nor'easter type of impacts. Let's see what we're talking about here, though. So here's low back towards north, all the way back there towards the Canadian Maritimes. You have this front all the way attached to it. And along that front, we're still looking at a stationary boundary developing here through about midweek. So as we go through Wednesday into Thursday, that lifts towards the north. We get this little low developing off of that. Now, with that, we'll see an increase in wind, some rain, maybe some rough surf here, especially as we go ahead through our day on Friday along our coastal areas, plus a pretty decent fetch area, which basically just means that wind is going to be blowing across the ocean from the Carolinas all the way down towards our coast. So low-lying coastal flooding and some beach erosion possible here on a Friday. Now by Saturday, this is going to start to lift towards the north. The winds come more in from the north. The rain does start to back off a bit. So if you do hear this get named, don't panic. Really, what we're going to probably see here on the First Coast is a decent nor'easter that we typically see in the winter months with a name attached to it. So don't expect, you know, hurricane warnings or anything like that. Temperatures on Friday also going to be into the 70s here. That's a big cool down from our 86 today, 87 tomorrow. Absolutely beautiful conditions here over the next 24 to 48 hours before that low starts to develop and those temperatures begin to cool off. The good news, once that pulls north, things are going to improve by the end of the weekend. For our Jags game on Sunday, it's still going to be warm, but the humidity is going to be reduced quite dramatically on the backside of that low as it moves off there. Speaking of reduced humidity, a beautiful start to the day here on the First Coast. Temperatures into the 60s. Sunrise is going to be looking absolutely gorgeous as well. That's at 7:13 a.m. And by this afternoon, we're going to get up to about 80.